What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Buccaneers' commitment to the run and the eventual victory that happened over the Cowboys. And 19-3, it seemed slow paced at times, but they were in total control the whole entire game. And I'm going to attribute that wholeheartedly to the running game, but also the great defense. But we're going to talk about the running game first and foremost in this video. And plus, break it down. What do you see?
Yeah, this is something we talked about, throughout the offseason was the new dynamic of this coaching as far as led by Todd Bowles and like was the philosophy going to be a more balanced attack on offense? And we saw that last night with running the football led by Leonard Fournette, and it was continuing to run the ball even, despite the score. It does help when you're in the lead, you can continue to run the football, but you could see there was just a consistent effort to it, and they got positive yards. I mean, 21 carries, 127 yards, 152 yards total on the ground. That's very impressive. And they did it in a numerous amount of ways with
Yeah.
different formations and running out of shotgun. A lot of runs to the left, and they were very dominant running that way with Shaq Mason a couple of times leading and pulling. So it was a lot of fun. And what does running the ball do? It helps your defense stay rested and
Yep.
stay fresh. And that's the biggest thing. And I think that's why Coach Bowles, he's really going to focus on making sure this run game stays a part of the offense.
Yeah, it's telling. They had 3 points in the first quarter and then goose egg the rest of the game. You're saying teamwork, team ball? Yes.
Yeah.
One helps the other. It's not just you have a great offense and the defense should be great. No, you got to be able to work off of each other. Running game keeps the other team's offense off the field, keeps our defense rested, and when they do come out, they're ready to rock and roll. You can't go through these drives where it's 3 and out and defense go back out there, save our lives. We're actually milking the clock, being in control of the game, and getting your defense to be rested and ready when their opportunity calls. And also, not to mention, giving Tom Brady some rest as well. 45-year-old quarterback shouldn't be on his shoulders all the time. This is something we talk about during the live streams, guys. If you want to check that out, now we're doing live streams post game. This is something new we're doing this year. After every Buccaneer game, we'll be live talking about it for about an hour. Come check that out. So follow the Buccaneers, follow their times. Whenever they end, you'll probably see our faces. But more on that, what was huge to me, we talked about this as well. The rookies, the tight ends blocking, Cade Otton, O'Keefe. I mean, they did their job. They did their due diligence in the playbook, and they're getting playing time over a veteran in Kyle Rudolph. Talk more on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing we touched on. The personnel fits the style that they want to play. You have physical guys up front on that offensive line, and guys that know how to run block, and they do it well. And it showed in last night's game. And then you add in the rookie tight ends as you mentioned, Kadon and Kokeef. They just know how to block, and that's something they do very well. And it was not a surprise that they were in there quite often, over Cameron Brate and over Kyle Rudolph. So they earned it. And again, I like seeing the commitment to it. It's going to help this team, especially if you can get opposing defenses to start staying focused in on the run game to stop it. Guess what that does? It's going to open up your pass game, because right now no one's fearing our run game. Everyone's focused on covering the pass. And why should they? They should, because we have so many weapons. I mean, if you start creeping up, guess what happens? Julio Jones, Mike Evans, they're going to beat you over the top. And we kind of saw that last night with the big pass plays down the field.
And let's be honest, Tom missed a couple. I
Mm.
mean, if Tom's a little bit more accurate in some of these crossers to Julio or just in general, I mean, there's huge conversions. There's issues in the red zone kind of probably go away. I'm not downing Tom. His first game of the season, everyone has a little rust across the whole league. I mean, look at the Packers losing. Look at the Bengals losing. All these other good teams too lost. Doesn't matter. It's week one, but we pretty much walked over the Cowboys based off of good team offense, defense, and special teams. But on this one, the rushing game literally did take over and milk that clock and did what they needed to do chunk after chunk, because you don't see any big, huge gushing, like big yardage. There was 17 was the long. Julio Jones got two, one was 12. So it wasn't like it was huge 50-yard breakers. It was consistent commitment to the run. That was humongous from my point of view, my standpoint.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And it's something that we should see week in, week out, and I'm really excited about it. Really excited to see how the offense adapts once defenses start making those changes and start adjusting their schemes because they're going to have to. Because if they don't, then we're going to continue to see this execution as far as running the football. But with that said, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to hit that like button. Comment down below what you think of Leonard Fournette and the running game. Were you excited about it? Were you happy to see it? Because it's something that I feel we're going to see in the upcoming weeks for sure. And with that said, until the next one.